Hey guys, what's up? ShaneWolf38 here, and today I have another creation for you, although it's more of a tutorial, and it's on data storages, or large memory storages, and how to make them not lag when you run them, or try to search in them, whatnot. Anyway, I'm really not going to explain that very well, so let me just show you, because that'll be a lot easier. Okay, so right here we have a spawn egg, and you can see we spawn in these mobs, and there's a lot of low level ones, and then the levels are a bit higher. You can see here's a very rare mob, level 55, but the majority of them are low levels. And if we go into game mode 0 here, you can see I have diamond armor on actually. These low level mobs can be killed very quickly. And you can see that the higher level mobs can take a few more hits. And if I get hit by a low level mob, you can see it really does not do any damage to me. However, if we get hit by a stronger mob, if we can find that very rare mob, I'm trying to look for it right now, although I don't seem to be able to find it. So let's see. Let's try to get hit by a stronger mob. If we get hit by something like a level 28, you can see that does a whole heart compared to not even half a heart. Okay, there we go. So that thing's probably going to do a lot of damage to me if it can get here. Let me see if I can get it to hit me. Yeah, okay, so that does, wow, that does 4 hearts, so that's a lot of damage. And in this, there's actually 63 total levels that there can be. And they're all stored in this little box right here. Just disregard that system. So what this does is, this, you can see, is a box. It's two kind of column, or 2 layers, the right layer and the left. And on the right side, we have the whole randomization system, which just makes it so. Let's actually spawn in a ton of mobs real quick. Come on. And we're just going to kill them all. Oh, whoops. And you can see there's a lot of commons. There's a few uncommons. Then there's very few. Actually, in this case, there's a bit more, but usually it's less. There's a few rare, and then there's one very rare. So it just kind of handles all the randomization for that and making it so there's a lot of commons and there's a few rares. And yeah, okay. And then the left side over here uses binary to teleport an armor stand inside this box around, and it will find the appropriate score in a, like, for if it gets 54, it's going to be teleported to this one, and it actually is going to clone it right over here. So you can see if we summon a mob, got level 13, it's a 13 right here. And this is so that we don't run all the commands at the same time. Because if we were to, well, I mean, in this case, it's only 63 command blocks. So it wouldn't be that bad to run it all at the same time. But, I mean, you don't want to do that anyway, especially if you have this constantly running. And if we go over here, this is really where you can get into it. So there's 1,561 command blocks here. No, actually, I think it's 1,562. And if we put our slot on the last slot, actually, let me select that. You may not be able to tell, but the damage on the sword is going down. And if we hover over it, you can see that it's going down right there very quickly. And we can actually switch that to be going up. But the thing is, you cannot make the damage value go down with 1 command blocks. You actually have to have a replace item for every single one. Now imagine running all those 1,500 commands every tick. That would be an immense amount of lag. Not really. I mean, in 1.9 it's not that bad, but you really would not want that. You would not want that running on your client. Let's just say that. You can see it a little bit better with a diamond sword. I mean, an iron sword. My bad. Because the iron sword doesn't have as much damage. But yeah, it's not a good idea to have something like that running in your world. And for this, you don't necessarily need to use binary like I did here, because what you could do is you could just teleport this forward and then to the left when it gets to the end of that, and then keep doing that until it gets all the way over here, and then when it gets to there, you just teleport it back all the way over here, and then you teleport it up one and do it over. And then you could do the same thing if you were moving back. However, there is a slight problem with this. If you wanted to just teleport to any number in the box, you would have to, well, you couldn't really do it using this. You'd have to use a direct teleport command, and it would be a pain, especially if you wanted to be able to do it for every number, which you couldn't really do with a small amount of command blocks like this. So you can see that if we set the sidebar to movement, and let's set my movement score to, let's do 100. Actually, let's do 260. Okay. So then we can just run that real quick. And you can see this is 1303 right there. And we can actually multiply that, or in this case, reduce it by, I think this is 10%, yes. So 1239, you can see that's over here. Then 1159, then 1059, then 934. And you can see that it actually changes the damage value to that. Now, you couldn't really do this with just teleporting it one and back, because you would have no idea where to teleport it. Now, in terms of this, I guess you could have a block model here or something that would be showing the number, but that's not really what it would be used for. Oh, and by the way, that's for the Iron Sword. What it would be used for is something like in the Pokemon map that I'm working on, which I'll leave a link in this description below. I can't even talk. It's an awesome map, a lot of cool people on the team, but what I use this for in it is to have a storage where all the Pokemon are, and then I get the ID for the Pokemon, and with that, teleport it throughout the system to get certain stuff on it that you have to have one command block for every single one. You can't just use scores. So that's what I use this for. And it can be used for a bunch of different things. Like, let's say you had a game where you needed words. You could have a whole box here full of words and then get scores based off of that and teleport them in it for, like, difficulty or whatnot. But anyway, I actually asked my friend Redux to make a generator so it would make a box with an incrementing scoreboard value, like so. And he did, which is awesome. I'm going to leave a link to the generator down below because it's super helpful, especially if you want to do something like this. All you need to do is paste in the command and then put in the number you want it to go to, and it'll make it into one command. So it's super simple, and actually it's really awesome. It makes it a lot faster. But anyway, I'm just going to quickly go over how to do this. So first you want to choose the dimensions of your box, or it doesn't even have to be a box, it can be anything really. In my case, it's 12 by 12 by 12. And the first thing you need to want to see is how much this is going up by. So every time this goes up by 144, or it adds 144. So what we do is first, if so it's 12 by 12 by 12, since we're using binary, we're going to go up 8. And 8 is going to be right here. So 1008. So you can actually see in this, the first thing we do is if it's, oh, actually, no, wait, hold up. Oh, sorry, we have to go one above that. We have to go 8 up from this, so it'd actually be the 9th command block. So 1152, and then if we can't even talk. If we tested for that, then we teleport the armor stand 8 up, and then we were going to test for 576, which is 4. It should be right here. Wait, no. It's, yeah, right here. So 4 below the 8, and if it's 576, then we just teleport it 4 up, and then we divide that by 2, 288, we teleport it 2 up, divide that by 2, 144, we move it 1 up, and then once we have done that, we're going to do the length across in this case, because across it increments by 12 every time. So we're going to do the same thing and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We got 96, so that's what we're going to do. And if we go over here, if it's 96, we're going to teleport it 8 forward, and then we're going to have to, remove the score. And then if it's 48, which is half of 98, we're going to teleport it 4 forward, and then we're going to remove the 44. Yeah, I kind of forgot to mention that. You need to remove the score after that if it has that score. So we're going to see if it has the minimum, and if it does, we're just going to remove that from its score. So then we're just going to do the same thing that way. And then once we've done that successfully, we go over to 8 because it's 12 this way. We're going to test 8 over here, and if it's a minimum of 8, we teleport at 8. And then if it's a minimum of 4, we teleport at 4, and then 2, and then 1. And if you don't know binary, that probably made no sense. But anyway, yeah, that can actually help with a lot of data storages, so you don't have to run all of the command blocks at the same time because, well, that would be laggy. Anyway, make sure to go check out the links that I put in the description below, as I mentioned before. Pokemon map, very awesome, and then the generator, also very cool. Very helpful tool. Anyway, yeah, that's about it for this video. Sorry if it's not a great video, but anyway, hope you guys enjoyed, and that's about it. I'm out. Peace.